present here. As we all know, we have gathered here for the ceremony of laying a foundation stone for the establishment of new district court complex at Phulbani. It is indeed a historic day for the Judgeship of Kandhamal when Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, Chief Justice of High Court of Orissa, in presence of Honorable Dr. Justice B.R. Sadangi, Judge, High Court of Orissa, and Honorable Sri Justice M.S. Sahu, Judge, High Court of Orissa, has been kind enough to grace the occasion and lay the foundation stone for the new district court complex at Phulbani. I, Soumyasri Mahapatra, JMFC Phulbani, on behalf of District Judiciary, Kandhamal, and Bar Associations of the Judgeship of Kandhamal, express deep gratitude to Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Orissa, who has been kind enough to grace this occasion on virtual mode and made it special and a day to remember. I request Honorable Dr. Justice B.R. Sadangi, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly adorn the dais. I request Sri Samar Bilas Behera, Additional District Judge, cum Special Judge Vigilance, Phulbani, to kindly conduct our honorable dignitary to the dais. I now request Honorable Sri Justice M.S. Sahu, Judge, High Court of Odisha, to kindly adorn the dais. I request Sri Saikat Patra, Additional District Judge Phulbani, to kindly conduct our honorable dignitary to the dais. I now request our esteemed District and Sessions Judge Sir, Sri Satyapira Mishra, Sri Bhagwan Mahanti, President District Bar Associations Phulbani, and Sri Kamal Kumar Behera, Secretary, District Bar Associations Phulbani, to kindly adorn the dais. I now request respected Madam Soumya Subhadarsini, Chief Judicial Magistrate, to present flower bouquet to Honorable Dr. Justice B.R. Sadangi, Judge, High Court of Odisha. I now request respected Madam Srimati Anushila Roy, Secretary, DLSA, to present flower bouquet to Honorable Sri Justice M.S. Sahu, Judge, High Court of Odisha. I now request Sri Harish Chandra Maharana, Senior Advocate, Bar Associations Phulbani, to present flower bouquet to Sri Satyapira Mishra, esteemed District and Sessions Judge, Kandhamal. I now request Srimati Beena Pani Pradhan, Senior Advocate, Bar Associations Phulbani, to present flower bouquet to Sri Bhagwan Mahanti, President of Bar Associations Phulbani. I now request Ms. Asmita Kumari Naik, Advocate, Bar Associations Phulbani, to present flower bouquet to Sri Kamal Kumar Behera, Secretary of Bar Associations Phulbani. I now request the dignitaries on the dais to kindly inaugurate the program by lighting the ceremonial lamp, which symbolizes immortality and invokes peace. the very outset, I humbly seek the permission of the Honorable Chair to kindly declare the event open. Thank you, sir. I now request everyone to kindly stand up for rendition of the state song, Bande Utkala Janani. I now request Sri Satyapira Mishra, respected District and Sessions Judge Kandhamal, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Namaskar, Jai Jagannath. Access to justice is not only a fundamental right under Article 21 of the Constitution of India, but also a human right. The National Court Management Systems Committee has identified and noted the link between deficient infrastructural facilities and mounting arrears and delay in dispensation of justice. Of late, the district judiciary in India, and particularly in Odisha, has received the much awaited attention in infrastructural building, and the ceremony of the laying of foundation stone for the new district court complex at Phulbani is one such example in the resolve of the Honorable Supreme Court of India, Honorable High Court of Orissa, the Government of India, and the Government of Odisha to augment the infrastructural needs. We are blessed to have this ceremony on the day of Sunavesa, an auspicious day prior to the Niladrivija of Lord Jagannath, Balabhadra, and Subhadra to their abode, as the district court at Phulbani will be having a new abode of its own very soon. On this momentous occasion, I feel extremely honored and privileged to welcome, on behalf of the district judiciary, all the members of the bar associations of the district and the citizenry of the district of Kandhamal, Honorable Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, Chief Justice, High Court of Orissa, who, with his visionary ideas and indomitable spirit, has led the district judiciary through the march towards the process of reinforcing our infrastructural needs, along with our advancements in the digitization of records, establishment of paperless courts, and other such initiatives. I warmly welcome Honorable Dr. Justice B.R. Sadangi, Judge, High Court of Orissa, and Chairman, Building Committee of the Honorable Court, who, with a missionary zeal, has left no stone unturned in achieving the objectives. I extend my heartfelt welcome to Honorable Sri Justice M.S. Sahu, Judge, High Court of Orissa, and Administrative Judge of our Judgeship, who has been constantly encouraging and motivating us in this journey. I also welcome the Honorable Judges of the High Court of Orissa, who have grace the occasion in virtual mode. I warmly welcome the esteemed Registrar General and other officers of the Registry of the High Court of Orissa who have joined the event in virtual mode. I also welcome Sri Akhil Kumar Paschimakabat, Registrar of Vigilance, Honorable High Court of Orissa, Sri Ashish Ishwar Patil, Collector and District Magistrate, Kandhamal, and Sri Subhendu Kumar Patra, Superintendent of Police, Kandhamal. I extend my heartfelt welcome to Sri Bhagavan Mohanty and Sri Kamal Kumar Behera, President and Secretary of the Bar Association, Phulbani, Sri T. Harishchandra Rao and Sri Anil Kumar Das, President and Secretary of Baliguda Bar Association, Sri Nirbachana Kesari Bhui and Sri Ramesh Chandra Behera, President and Secretary of G. Udagiri Bar Association, Sri Padeep Kumar Sahu and Sri Indramani Pradhan, President and Secretary of Daringbadi Bar Association, along with the executive body members and esteemed members of the bar associations who have joined us physically and in virtual mode. I cordially welcome the members of the print and electronic media. I hope and trust that the augmentation of the infrastructure of the district judiciary will be the harbinger of the intended reforms and results. With these words, I conclude. Bande Utkala Janani.
Thank you, sir. Now I humbly request Sri Bhagwan Mohanty, President, District Bar Associations, Phulbani, to kindly address the gathering.
Your Lordship, respected Honorable Chief Justice Dr. S. Muralidharan of Odisha High Court, respected Honorable Justice Dr. B.R. Sorangi, Judge Odisha High Court and Chairman Building Committee of Odisha High Court, Odisha, respected Your Lordship, Honorable Justice M.S. Sahu, the portfolio judge of this judgeship, Sri Satyapir Mishra, District and Sessions Judge of this judgeship, Sri Ashish Ishwar Patil, Collector Kandhamal, Sri Subhendu Kumar Patra, SP Kandhamal, and all respected judicial officers and district level officers present here, and my learned advocate friends, brothers and sisters. When I joined as an advocate in the District Bar Association Phulbani, I worked in a asbestos building which is now used as the Group D staff quarter and a part of district treasury. The CJM court was run in that part of the building of the treasury. But in 1987, when the present building of the district judge court building inaugurated, at that time, I think in my lifetime, perhaps this building is enough. But it is my pleasure that a court complex, district court complex, is laying foundation stone today by His Lordship Dr. S. Muralidharan, and in presence of the subordinate judges of the Odisha High Court in virtual mode, and with the people. So I am paying my gratitude to the High Court, and especially I thank who is not with us today, Sri Jagdish Das Advocate. What no yesterday night from Justice B.R. Sahu that he proposed for this judge judge court building complex at that time. So I am very grateful to our President Building Committee Odisha High Court and the justice and all the staffs who were responsible to make success in this program. Thank you.
Thank you. May I have the honor to request Honorable Sri Justice M.S. Sahu, Judge, High Court of Orissa and Administrative Judge for Kandhamal Judgeship to kindly deliver his address.
Namaskar and very good morning to all. Honorable the Chief Justice, Honorable Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, Chief Justice of Orissa High Court, Honorable Dr. Justice Vidyut Ranjan Sadangi, my esteemed senior and Chairman Building Committee, the Honorable Judges who are present in virtual mode, members of the Registry of the High Court of Orissa represented by the Registrar General, as well as the Registrar Vigilance who is present here, and a District Judge of Kandhamal, Judgeship and all judicial officers who are present, President and Secretary of the Bar Associations, various Bar Association of Kandhamal as well as the outlying stations, and its senior advocate and members of the bar, the government officials represented by Mr. Patil, the collector, and Mr. Patra, the superintendent of police, members of print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to this function, being the administrative judge. On this landmark day, I would most humbly observe that if there is a proper place having proper accessibility and facilities, then administration of justice is efficient and effective. This is the thought behind construction of the court complexes at various places, including at Kandhamal. With help of central funds allocated, I hope the court complex is going to come up very shortly and completed. The construction of the new court building has been necessitated primarily looking at the convenience of the people at large who come to seek justice. The facility is aimed at providing them all conveniences. The bar members would have sufficient space like the sitting place for the bar association, library, facility for all the requirements for filing of cases, etc. Since it is an integrated complex, it would be much more convenient for the lawyers as well as the litigants. Last but not the least, learned judicial officers who are in the public service of facilitating delivery of justice shall have the convenience of having all the facilities, including residents, so that it becomes easier for them. I also take this opportunity to congratulate and thank esteemed honorable judges of the High Court who are administrative judges prior to me for all their efforts for which the project has fructified. Before I conclude, I must make a special mention to quote my Chief Justice. The present building committee has only overdrive and no back gear. The phenomenal achievement of this kind of constructions in short span, its timing and its execution, everything is possible because of the dynamic leadership of the Honorable Chief Justice and the Chairman Building Committee. I thank them and also congratulate them for all their efforts. I conclude. Jai Hind, Bande Utkala Janani.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. May I now have the honor to request Honorable Dr. Justice B.R. Sadangi, Judge, High Court of Orissa, and Chairman, Building Committee of High Court of Orissa, to kindly deliver his address.
Jai Jagannath. सम्माननीय मुख्य विचारपति डॉक्टर एस मुरलीधर, मोर सान भाई ऑनरेबल जस्टिस मृगांग शेखर साहू, the प्रशासनिक
जज कंधमाल जिला श्री सत्यप्रिय मिश्र जिला और दौरा जज कंधमाल श्री अखिल कुमार पश्चिम कुमार रजिस्टर विजिलेंस हाईकोर्ट ऑफ ओडिशा श्री आशीष ईश्वर पाटिल कलेक्टर एंड डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट कंधमाल श्री शुभेंदु कुमार पात्र सुपरिटेंडेंट पुलिस कंधमाल श्री भगवान महांती प्रेसिडेंट डिस्ट्रिक्ट बार एसोसिएशन फुलबाणी श्री कमल कुमार बेहरा सेक्रेटरी डिस्ट्रिक्ट बार एसोसिएशन फुलबाणी एवं माय डियर मोर श्रद्धेय जुडिशियल ऑफिसर जो मैंने उपस्थित अच्छा तथा फुलबाणी एवं तार आउटलाइन स्टेशन सब जतक सभ्य एवं रिप्रेजेंटेटिव जो मैंने उपस्थित अच्छा से मो तरफ अनेक अनेक शुभेच्छा एवं मुझे स्वागत जनाऊँ। वास्तव में आज फुलबाणी जिला एक महनीय दिवस से कौन सी विरक्ति नहीं कारण आज एक पवित्र दिवस जितेबाला प्रभु जगन्नाथ रथरे बसर सुनावेश हवा जाऊँ संध्या बेले तार अव्यवहित पूर्वर आम फुलबाणी जिला परिकल्पना कोर्ट प्रेमिसेस को फाउंडेशन स्टोन लेइंग करने आसीचु एवं से निश्चित भाव में मोर मुख्य विचारपति डॉक्टर एस मुरलीधर महाशय को अशेष अशेष कृतज्ञता जनाऊँगी जहाँकर लीडरशिप जो आम ए सब जिन संभव हो पारुछि एवं से निश्चित भाव में निजक गर्व अनुभव करुवे स्वल्पकालीन अवदान भितर ओडिशा रे सी जेतिकी रिफॉर्म करी जाइछंती जुडिशियरी निश्चित भाव में से समस्त मानस पटरे मन रहिबे एवं से समस्त को निश्चय उत्साह करिवे आगामी पीढ़ी जे भली कार्य जारी रखा एवं आमे समस्ते कार्यशैली उद्बुद्ध एवं कार्य को किपरि सुचारू रूपे परिचालित कर रखिबु ताकू बर्तमान आम चिंताधारा ज्ञान होइछि जहाँ भी हो गोटे दूरदृष्टि थिबा लीडर कार्य को निश्चित भाव में आम ग्रहण करवा कारण ओडिशा जुडिशियरी गोटे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बेनिफिट दबा जो परिकल्पना सेटा जदियो 2017 मसीह पूर्वतन मुख्य विचारपति जस्टिस विनीत शरण आरंभ होता किंतु दक्षतार सहित कार्यकारी करने वर्तमान मुख्य विचारपति निश्चित भाव में प्रशंसा पात्र हेबे कारण जो चिंताधारा निश्चित भाव में भल आज ना भी काली से फलवती हम एवं से जो चिंताधारा फलवती कराई वर्तमान मुख्य विचारपति से मो तरफ मोर कृतज्ञता जनाऊँगी एवं आपण तरफ अशेष धन्यवाद दूसरी एवं से फुलबाणी अनुन्नत अंचल हिसाब से परिगणित हेल्ले आम आउ जुडिशियल हिस्ट्री रे अनुन्नत अंचल हिसाब देखा चाहबू ना कहीं निश्चित भाव में आपको बहुत आगे आगे को नब मुझे निश्चित भाव में आम मुख्य विचारपति को धन्यवाद अर्पण करा गोटे जिनस आपण मान कही रखे जे प्रत्येक जी गोटे छुआटी जन्म हम से छुआटी निश्चित चाहिए गोटे भल परिवेश भितर बढ़िया एवं जदि आम भल परिवेश तक जोगे दे पार्लु निश्चित से काली भल नागरिक ही बाहर तो से जो चिंताधारा से चिंताधारा को आम प्रतिफलन करुचु जुडिशियल परिवार भितर एवं जुडिशियल परिवार भितर जेहेतु मुख्य विचारपति होती तार मुख्य एवं सी चिंताधारा को प्रतिफलित करने आपण मान सुविधा देवाई जो चेष्टा कर कर्णधार होती जदियो मुख्य विचारपति किंतु सहयोग कर समस्त मुख्य विचारपति जो मैंने सहित कार्य कर सर्वोपरि गोटे वाइब्रेंट रजिस्ट्री रही जो रजिस्ट्री समस्त कर्मकर्ता रजिस्ट्रार जनरल प्रत्येक तत्वावधान काम कर निश्चित भाव में कहि अखिल कुमार पश्चिम कुमार जे रजिस्टर विजिलेंस अच्छा सी बिल्डिंग चार्ज अच्छा कार्यशैली आज आपण मानक बिल्डिंग दवारे साहाय्य कर आपण मान तरफ निश्चित भाव में मोर कृतज्ञता जनइबी निश्चित भाव में उत्साह करी ये अनेक जगह आमर जहाँ जहाँ चिंताधारा रही प्रतिफलित करने से कार्य जारी रखु आपण मैंने गोटे खुशी खबर दूची आज जदिव आम ये फाउंडेशन स्टे ले करने आसीचु किंतु गतकाली आम पैसा रिलीज कर सारी एग्जीक्यूटिव एजेंसी अगेंस्ट फेवर रे जे बिल्डिंग केमती जल्दी समयोचित भाव में कार्य करिवो एवं ठीक समय सर मु आज ये धन्यवाद जनाऊँगी कलेक्टर महोदय को एवं एसपी महोदय को से प्रत्येक तत्वावधान में आम जो जगह पाइचु से आपण मान आम तरफ अशेष अशेष धन्यवाद एवं आशा करुचु भविष्य में यह सहयोग जारी रखिए कारण आपण मान सहयोग बिना यह करवा असंभव तेणु जो जगह उपर आज जाइलु गोटे हाई टेंशन लाइन जामें से बिल्डिंग करा संभव नुहे एवं कलेक्टर महोदय तो जनइलु कलेक्टर महोदय तंकर उत्साह देखि मु बहुत खुशी हेली जे काली छुआ आज कलेक्टर एत दायित्व नौ जिलार एवं तांकर उत्साह को निश्चित भाव में उपस्थापन करी मुझे कहले जे सर आप व्यस्त होते आई विल टेक केयर ऑफ द एंटायर इश्यू दैट शोज द लीडरशिप ऑफ ए डिस्ट्रिक्ट I really congratulate you, Mr. Collector. I hope that this temperament should continue it for the future for your development of the state. I believe that you will definitely cooperate with us in all respect. आज जो जगह अपन पाइबे से जगह भितर गोटे जुडिशियल कॉम्प्लेक्स तैयारी हे एटा गोटे कोर्ट बिल्डिंग नुहे जुडिशियल कॉम्प्लेक्स कहले से भितर रहिबो कोर्ट प्रेमिसेस तार भितर रहिबो आपनकर सेपरेट बार एसोसिएशन एवं बार एसोसिएशन मध्य रहिबो तांकर बार लाइब्रेरी ऑफिस एवं तांकर कैफेटेरिया एवं गोटे सेपरेट ट्रांजिट हाउस तापर विभिन्न वर्गर ऑफिसर मान ऑफिसर्स क्वार्टर एवं ग्रुप सी और ग्रुप डी क्वार्टर समस्त सुविधा रहिबो एवं या गोटे बाउंड्री भीतर रहिबो कारण आज आम उपलब्धि करूछु जे आमर जुडिशियरी बर्तन 60% होउछंती झियो ऑफिसर एवं तांको सिक्यूरिटी दवार आमर मुख्य लक्ष्य एवं सेमानो सिक्यूरिटी देले गोटे प्रेमिसेस भीतर रहिले गोटे परिवेश भीतर रहिले एटलिस्ट तांकर सिक्यूरिटी विशेष किसी असुविधा हबो नाही बोली हम चिंता करूछु एवं भविष्य पई निश्चित एरा हम पई सहायता हबो एया मैं कहबी जे सेमाननको सुविधा सुजोग रे देई मध्य आमे साधारण लिटिगेंट को भूली नाही एवं साधारण लिटिगेंट पई मध्य हम चिंता करिछु जे जो माने प्रोडक्शन होउचंती विभिन्न मजिस्ट्रेट विभिन्न घर भरा रहउचंती सब जगह नहीं रहिया पई एवं एक्यूज प्रोडक्शन बेले ऑफिसर ठिया पे जगह नहीं बसिया पे जगह नहीं तो जदी गोटे प्रेमिसेस रहला एटलिस्ट माइक्स जने कोर्ट रे आसी ताको सरेंडर करी एटलिस्ट ही कैन टेक नेसेसरी स्टेप्स तो एटा अपन मन पे बहुत सहयोग हबो सर्वोपरि ये आहाकु चले रखिबो अर्थात जो माने यार पुरोहित अर्थात जो माने एडवोकेट सेमान पे मध्य अशेष सुविधा करा जायछि एवं एई सुविधा पई सेमान पे सेपरेट बार एसोसिएशन रहिछि तांकर लाइब्रेरी रहिछि तांकर ऑफिस रूम रहिछि एवं सेमाने मध्य तांकर आईन व्यवस्था ठीक भाव में परिचालन करि परिबे जदी गोटे प्रेमिसेस क्षेत्र सब रहे तेणु यही जो विजन को आम लक्ष्य स्थल पहुँचा जी चेष्टा करा जाउछि एवं फुलबाणी आमर निश्चित भाव में सहयोग रहिबो कारण एटा डिस्ट्रिक्ट हेडक्वार्टर एवं डिस्ट्रिक्ट हेडक्वार्टर पे हम चाहूँ जल्दी सारिया एवं तार प्रतिफलन में रजिस्टर विजिलेंस आमको कहले काली 10 लाख किसी पैसा आम देचु एग्जीक्यूटिव एजेंसी को एवं कार्य तुरंत भाव कार्य आरंभ हो आज जानी खुशी हे जे आर्किटेक्चर जे यार मॉडल तैयारी करिसेंती सी भी उपस्थित अच्छा कारण जगह को देखला हुए तो विजन चेंज हो पारे सिचुएशन चेंज हो पारे एवं किसी सजेशन थाई पारे ताकू आखिया रखी से फेर परवर्ती मुहूर्त में परिवर्तित मॉडल आमको प्लेस करेंगे एवं आम जिते शीघ्र पारुचु सेते शीघ्र यहाँ निश्चित भाव में सारिया चेष्टा करूँ एवं आपण मान सहज रहिले ठीक समय भीतर आम सारी पार किंतु एसबू हबार आवश्यकता कौन रही यार एसबू हबार आवश्यकता रही डिस्पेंसेशन जस्टिस एट द डोर स्टेप एंड दैट टू लिटिगेंट मस्ट गेट द बेनिफिट ऑफ द डिलीवर्ड सिस्टम ऑफ जस्टिस तेणु आपण मान निश्चित भाव में सहज रहा दरकार जो थे कि प्रत्येक नागरिक प्रत्येक लिटिगेंट मन केवल क्षम न आसू जे सी विचारालय को आसी हताश कारण आमे गोटे विश्वास पर बंचीचु एवं लोकंकर विश्वास नहीं आज अच्छु एवं आज जिते दुईटा स्तंभ पर लोक विश्वास हरउचंती तृतीय स्तंभ हिसाब से विचारधारा पर विचार विभाग उपर समस्त दृष्टि रही तार ଫଳରେ ଆମେ ଆଜି ତିଷ୍ଠି ରହିଛୁ। ତେଣୁ ଅନ୍ୟମାନଙ୍କ ବା ସାଧାରଣ ଲୋକଙ୍କର ବିଶ୍ୱାସ ତିଷ୍ଠି ରହିଥିବା ବିଚାର ବିଭାଗ ସବୁଦିନ ତିଷ୍ଠି ରହୁ, ଆପଣମାନଙ୍କ ସହଯୋଗ କରୁ। ଆଜି ଏ ପବିତ୍ର ଦିବସରେ ଆପଣମାନଙ୍କଠୁ ସେତିକି କାମନା କରି ଆପଣମାନଙ୍କୁ କହିବାର କି ସୁଯୋଗ ଦେଇଥିବାରୁ ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ ଦଉଛେ। ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ।
Thank you, sir, for your kind and inspiring words. I now request the Honorable Chief Justice, High Court of Odisha, to unveil the plaque of the foundation stone of new District Court Complex at Phulbani. I now request to play the short video presentation on the proposed new District Court Complex at Phulbani. May I have the honor to request Honorable Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, the Chief Justice, High Court of Odisha, to kindly address this august gathering.
Pranam, Vande Utkala Janani. My dear colleagues, Dr. Justice B.R. Sarangi, Justice Mrigankar Sahu, the District Judge present there, Shri Satyapira Mishra, Shri Bhagwan Mohanty, the President of the District Bar Association Phulbani, Shri Kamal Kumar Behra, the Secretary, District Bar Association Phulbani, Shri Ashish Ishwar Patil, Collector Phulbani, Shri Suvendu Kumar Patra, the SP Phulbani, the judicial officers of the Phulbani district and the outlying stations of Kandhamal district, the bar associations of G. Udayagiri and Daringbadi who are present there, all the members of the public in Kandhamal district who are present there, all the staff present there, my own Registrar General who is present here with me, Shri Akhil Kumar Paschim Kubat, the Registrar of Vigilance, who's present there. My CPC, Shri Satya Prakash Chaudhary, and his team, who have facilitated this hybrid mode of inauguration of the foundation stone. Everyone present there, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a very happy occasion for the district of Kandhamal that after almost 30 years of the formation of the district, revenue district of Kandhamal, we have an exclusive building, a modern building to be constructed for the district judgeship of Kandhamal. I need not remind all of you the history behind the creation of Kandhamal. But on this particular occasion, I think it's important to remember that the district itself is named after one of the major inhabitants of the district, the Kandha tribes, particularly the Kutia Kandhas. The district bears its name because they constitute more than 50% of the population of Kandhamal. A visit to the tribal museum here in Bhubaneswar gives a small insight into the lives of the rich lives of the tribe. Kandha tribes. I want all of us collectively to remind ourselves that we perform a very important function under the Constitution in terms of delivering justice. Whether as judges or lawyers, we get together and discharge this function, and we perform this for the public. And in context of Kandhamal, for the people of Kandhamal, the majority of whom are the scheduled tribes. We perform this public function, discharging the constitutional promise of equal and fair justice. The expectation of the people of Kandhamal, as it is of the people of Odisha, is that we will discharge that function of delivering fair and equal justice without fear or favor, affection or ill will in these public spaces, which are the courts. We hold hearings in public. We discharge our functions as judges in public. We give reasons for our decisions. And we expect people to accept those decisions and abide by those decisions. In this discharge of this function of ours as judges, the lawyers play a very, very important role. They are the persons learned in the law. They are the persons who guide the judges. They are persons who make sure that there is no miscarriage of justice. They don't mislead the courts. This is the expectation. And they perform their duties as officers of the court, making sure that the court functions as it is expected to function, like many other public bodies function, continuously and consistently over periods of time. These kind of events where we celebrate the establishment or the process for establishment of a court is an occasion to remind ourselves that we are discharging this public function, having been entrusted with this responsibility under the Constitution by the people of India, the people of Odisha, the people of Kandhamal district. It is also an important occasion to remind ourselves that we function because of the support of the public. They support us in various ways. First of all, of course, it is the public money that helps us function. All this building that is going to be established, going to be constructed, it is all from public money. Just to share with this audience, this project, which is about to commence now, the construction of the district court complex at Phulbani, just the main court building itself, which will be a ground plus 3 floors, it's at an outlay of almost 40 crores of rupees, 39 crores, 13,63,000. There's bound to be some escalation as the project goes on. But as Justice Saragi was pointing out, and this was the vision of the previous Chief Justice, Justice Vineet Saran, former judge of the Supreme Court of India, who was the Chief Justice here, that it is an integrated court complex. The court complex which caters to, of course, the needs of the litigant public, which is why this court complex will have all the basic amenities. It will have a bank, it will have a post office, it will have a creche, but it will cater to the needs of the bar. There will be a bar hall. You saw the proposed plan, but it will also have the quarters. It will have the quarters for the judicial officers, including the district judge. It will have quarters for the staff. So when we approve a project of this nature, we approve the plans not only for the construction of the court complex, but the construction of the Bar Association Hall and amenities at a cost of almost ₹4 crores, a transit house at the cost of 3.5 crores, B-type quarters, and then E and F-type quarters, C-type quarters. All of this will happen, and hopefully in a year or two, and I'm sure Justice Sahu will still be around when that happens, we will have a modern court complex. Fortunately for us, this phase of the development of the Indian judiciary as a whole, under the leadership of the E-Committee, and the last 2 years in Orissa, we've seen dramatic developments in terms of adaptation of technology to improve the functioning of the courts and to make it easier for access to the courts to happen, for more efficient and effective justice to be delivered. So this modern court complex will see the adaptation of all those technologies. It will have a virtual court, it will have a vulnerable witness courtroom, it will have a family court which conforms to all the norms, and it will have what it already has, these facilities of a virtual court and e-library for the lawyers of the bar, and functioning of all the courts in paperless mode. By the end of the year, most of the courts in Orissa, in the district judiciary, will be paperless. Just in July, early July, we'll be inaugurating 50 paperless courts. And we propose the entire Ganjam district headquarters, the courts will be paperless. Likewise, in early August, we'll have another 50 paperless courts. So this adaptation of technology for courts is happening, and Orissa is in the forefront as far as that is concerned. I'm sharing all these details with you just to remind ourselves that efforts of this kind require several people to come together. Although the previous speakers have been very kind to say some nice words about me, the fact of the matter is that many people have come together. Not just the committee. For instance, Justice Sarangi heads the building committee. Justice Talapatra heads the IT committee. Now they have to come together to modernize the court complex to make sure it conforms to the best standards. The administrative judge, in this case, Justice Sahu, has to be part of that exercise. Then the entire registry of the High Court has to be involved. The Registrar General, the Registrar Vigilance, and all the supporting staff. The CPC has to be involved. The district judiciary has to be involved. The district judge has to be in sync. So many people have to come together. The state government has to cooperate. It has to approve plans, approve the estimates, release the monies. Then you have the whole infrastructure construction agency. It could be the R&B, it could be the PWD, it could be the Police Housing Corporation. So many people have to come together. Many people have to work together to make these things happen. And ultimately, of course, you need the support of the public. The public has to respect the verdicts of the court. The public has to abide by the verdicts of the court. And the public has to have trust and confidence in the court system. So all of this we see in increasing measure when we have these measures rolled out. And that is how we can progress towards an egalitarian society. And this is a very happy occasion where we remind ourselves that this is how courts are expected to function and will function in delivering the constitutional promise of equal and fair justice to the people of Kandhamal. I have a request to make to the bar in Kandhamal. In fact, I remember when I visited Kandhamal almost 2 years ago, I was told by Justice Saragi and other colleagues in the High Court that the Kandhamal bar has a very rich tradition and has a unique distinction of never participating in abstention of work. And this is one bar that values the court's functioning above everything else. And I think the other bar associations in Orissa should take a leaf from your book and emulate the kind of standards you've set for yourselves. I was very happy to note a senior lady advocate, Ms. Beena Pani, if I'm not mistaken, and another senior lady advocate who was there. That is how we encourage also the inclusivity and diversity in the bar. When we have a court complex of this modern nature, and this is my request to the bar, we practice our constitutional values in that court complex, not just in the courts. Of course, in the courts, I keep reminding our judicial officers, we treat all our visitors to the court, whether as witnesses, whether as complainants, whether as persons accused of crimes, persons waiting for justice. We treat them with courtesy, respect, make it comfortable for them, and we make this court experience as far as possible not traumatic. But in the court complex itself, we should practice constitutional values. We leave behind any prejudices we may have, any biases we may have because of our upbringing, because of our orientation, because this is the place where constitutional values of non-discrimination must be practiced, of equality must be practiced, of freedom must be practiced, of respect for human dignity must be practiced. So that is the kind of court complex we're looking at. This is the public space where this constitutional values will be practiced. Just like every time you enter the court complex in Kandhamal, you look at that preamble, it's written both in English and Oriya. You remind yourself that that is what is expected. That is what we have promised to the people of Odisha, the people of Kandhamal, that in this court complex, they will not be turned away for want of justice. They will not be treated in a discriminatory manner, and they will be treated as full and equal citizens. It's even more important when the population, majority of the population is scheduled tribes, vulnerable populations who have great expectations that we people learned in the law will deliver to them justice. So I'm sure this complex will be a turning point. This district court complex will be a turning point in the evolution of the judiciary, not only in Odisha, but in Kandhamal district. I'm sure all of you will put your hands together to make sure it functions very well. Odisha judiciary is on the path for better days. It is in the path of progress. It is the path of modernization. It is in the path of evolution of better judicial ideas, better legal ideas. And I'm sure there will be no pulling back on all these measures that we have been rolling out in the past 2 years. Thank you very much for this wonderful event that's been organized so well by the district judiciary in Kandhamal. I wish all of you all the very best. Vande Utkala Janani and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening and motivating words, which I'm certain will effectively and efficiently guide us. I would now request Sri Kamal Kumar Behera, Secretary, District Bar Associations Phulbani, to extend the vote of thanks.
Namaskar, Jai Jagannath. Respected Honorable Chief Justice of Odisha High Court, Dr. S. Muralidharan, and Honorable Justice B.R. Sarangi, and Honorable Justice M.S. Sahu, and Honorable District and Session Judge Kandhamal, and respected President of District Bar Association Phulbani, and respected present all junior and senior judicial officer of the district, and respected District Collector Kandhamal, respected Superintendent Police Kandhamal, respected all Bar Association member Phulbani as well as other members of the bar, and respected electronics and print media, respected staff of the Phulbani judiciary, and respected other gentlemen. We are eagerly waiting for this momentous occasion. It has become reality today. We will be having a district court complex with all modern facility for ease of administration of justice and separate building for the bar association with all other available amenities to encourage the members of the bar to strive hard in rendering timely justice to stakeholders. I, Kamal Kumar Behera, Secretary District Bar Association Phulbani, on behalf of the esteemed members of the District Bar Association Phulbani, the esteemed members of the Bar Association Baliguda, Jiudegiri, and Daringbadi, extend my gratitude to Honorable Dr. Justice S. Muralidharan, Chief Justice, High Court of Orissa, for his being present to encourage us, which will go a long way in achieving the objective of establishment of a new district court complex at Phulbani. The presence of Honorable Dr. Justice B.R. Sarangi, Judge High Court of Orissa, and Chairman Building Committee of High Court of Orissa, along with Honorable Sri Justice M.S. Sahu, Judge High Court of Orissa, and Administrative Judge of this judgeship, to grasp this occasion in spite of their busy schedule, can only be acknowledged by bowing our head with humility before them. I extend my vote of thanks to Sri Satyapriya Mishra, District and Session Judge Kandhamal Phulbani, and all judicial officers of the District Kandhamal, and all members of the staff of the District Judiciary for their cooperation. We are thankful to Ashish Ishwar Patil, the Collector Kandhamal, and Sri Subhendu Kumar Patra, the Superintendent of Police Kandhamal, along with all officers and staff of the district for their help in making this function successful. I will not forget to give thanks to all Bar Association as well as the Phulbani Bar Association members and President of Bar Association Phulbani for their cooperation and august presence in this function. I would like to thank the Superintendent Engineer, others officer, and staff of the Police Public Works Department of the District of the Kandhamal for their cooperation in making this function a success. We hope that their activity indulgence will result in the timely completion of the project, meeting its qualitative standard. I am extremely grateful to the members of the print and electronic media for their presence and covering the events. Last but not least, I extend my vote of thanks to all the stakeholders present here and virtual mode for their participation and encouragement. Thank you. Jai Jagannath.
Thank you. I humbly seek the permission of Honorable Chair to declare the event closed. Thank you, sir. The event is closed. Jai Hind, Vande Utkala Janani.